Good morning, boys and girls. This is our math lesson. It's just like our smartboard at school. So today we will use objects and drawings to find how many are left. Let's take a look. Here's our first math story. Read along with me. The cat ate 3 mice. Cross out 3 mice. Write how many mice are left. Let's first look at how many mice we are starting with before the cat eats any of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are starting with 4 mice. Now the story says cross out 3 mice. Let's cross them out. 1, 2, 3. And when we cross out things in a story, when they get eaten, they disappear, they fly away, balloons pop, things like that, that would be subtraction. So we will minus, and how many did we cross out? 1, 2, 3, 3. So now we have subtracted 3. 4 that we started with minus 3 equals how many mice are left? Equals 1. And now we have our number sentence. If we had this book in our classroom, we would write the number 1 there to show how many are left. So I can put the 1 over there. Let's take a look at the next one. There we go. Read along with me. The fish ate 2 worms. Cross out 2 worms. Write how many worms are left. But before we do anything, we want to count all of what's in the story, the worms, so we know what we start with. Let's count all of the worms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are starting with 5 worms. We want to make sure we have our starting number. Now let me go back in the story and it says cross out 2 worms. Let's cross out 2 worms. 1, 2. So remember when we cross them out, that means that we have done subtraction. So we minus 2. And now let's see how many are left. 1, 2, 3. So that equals 3. And there we have our number sentence to match this story. All right, I've got another one. Ah, look at that. This one's about a frog. So we know the word frog will be in the story. And there are flies. So we know those words will be in the story. Read along with me. The frog ate 5 flies. Cross out 5 flies. Write how many flies are left. Now, before I start crossing any out, I want to count all of them so I know my starting number. Let's count the flies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are starting with 7 flies. Let's move that over there. 7 flies. Now let me go back in the story. How many cross out 5 flies? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 flies we crossed out, which means we use the minus sign, and it was 5 of them. 7 minus 5 equals, how many are left? 1, 2, equals 2. And we'll move it right up there so you can see that number sentence. I'll bet you're ready to do another one with me. Let's go. I've got another one on this page. Look at that cute monkey. The monkey ate 4 bananas. Cross out 4 bananas. Write how many bananas are left. So I'm going to be crossing out 4 bananas. Oh, did I forget to do something? I have to count how many we're starting with. Before anything gets eaten or flies away or disappears, we want to know what we start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are starting with 8 bananas. Now I can do that crossing out. Cross out 4 bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's okay that my X's are in different places as long as it's the number that I need to cross out, which is 4. Okay, now we need to count how many are left. Oh, I think I forgot something in my number sentence. I first need to put how many I subtracted. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was minus, oops, not 2 minus signs, minus 4, the number 4. There we go. Now I'm ready to say what it equals. Equals, let me count the bananas that are not with the X. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really? It's 4? Cross out 4, and there are 4 left. Excellent job. Let's take a look at another one before you will have a little bit of practice on your own. Here we have a bunch of trains, so we know the word train will be in our story. 1 train drove away. Cross out 1. Write how many were left. So let's take a look. How many are we starting with? Let me not be in a rush to cross them out. I want to get my starting number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know that for my number sentence, it's going to be with 5. Now it says cross out 1. All righty. I'll cross out that one. That means I minus 1. Let's see how many are left. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 4. And now I have my number sentence. Great. I've got 2 more. Here we see these kinds of toy horses, right? Rocking horses, they're called. So here's the word horses. 2 horses were bought. Cross out 2. How many were left at the store? So what do we do first? Right, count them all. What we're starting with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 5. I'm going to have to put it right there, I guess. Cross out 2. 1, 2. That means I minus 2. Minus 2 equals 1, 2, 3. That's how many are left. And there's my number sentence. Okay, last one for us to do together, and then I hope you're going to give it a try on your own. And it's ducks. Look at the ducks. Ready? 4 ducks swam away. Cross out 4. Write how many are left. First, we need to count them all. Our starting number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're starting with 5. Now let me go back to read. Cross out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what math symbol do I use to show crossing out, disappearing, going away for subtraction? Not the plus sign, the minus sign. And we just subtracted 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 5 minus 4 equals 1. Equals 1. There you go. So now I would like you to please get paper, a pencil, and crayons. You can pause the video while you go to get those supplies. The paper doesn't have to have lines. It can have lines. It can be blank. It could be the back of a piece of paper you've already used. A pencil, definitely. Crayons, it doesn't have to be those colors, and it could be markers if you like using markers instead, or colored pencils. And it's actually okay if you don't have any crayons, but it sure is nice to see colorful pictures. Once you have the supplies, then we're going to be ready to begin our work. Here's what you will be doing on your paper. I'm going to read through and explain this, and then certainly you can pause the video as you're working on it, so don't try to work on it while I'm explaining. What you will do is draw the pictures to match each math story. Cross out what you need to and write the number sentence to match. So here's the first story. The boy had 6 balloons. Then 3 balloons popped. How many balloons are left? So you would need to make a picture of a boy with 6 balloons. And then if 3 balloons popped, that means you will cross them out to see how many are left, and then you would write the number sentence. Remember, that would include the minus sign and the equal sign. Here's number 2. There are 5 butterflies flying around a flower. 1 butterfly flew away. How many are left? So you make the picture and number sentence to match. And finally, number 3, draw 5 monkeys jumping on a bed. Decide how many monkeys stayed on the bed. Cross off the monkeys who fell off the bed. So you get to decide in this one how many to cross off, and then you would write your number sentence to match. If you don't have time to do the activity right now, you can always come back to this video and then do the activity at a later time. And then it would be great if I could see a picture of you holding your work. Nice big smile on your face for me. I hope you enjoyed our Smartboard lesson for today. Have a wonderful time working.